Welcome back to the Deep Dive, coming to you from Stellar Network. Just a little reminder to please keep this episode on our channels. No re-uploads, please. Today we're taking a look at the trailer for My Love Will Make You Disappear, the new film with Chiu and Paulo Avelino, that amazing duo.
Always great to see them working together again, especially in a movie that looks like it has romance, but also a lot more going on. We've got all the details from the ABS-CBN Entertainment article, plus a really interesting review to discuss.
Right, so for anyone not super familiar with Filipino films, Chiu and Paulo Avelino are huge stars over there, and their chemistry is, legendary.
Yeah.
Fans have been waiting forever to see them together again.
Absolutely, and it seems like director Chad Vidanes is tapping into that. This is not your typical love story. Right from the trailer, you get this intriguing premise. Sari, played by Chiu, believes she's got a curse on her. Every guy she falls for just vanishes.
Wait, a curse? That's wild. When I saw that in the trailer, I thought maybe it was symbolic, like she's scared of commitment or something. But the review seems to think it might be a real supernatural curse.
Yeah, that's the big mystery, right? The trailer doesn't give it away. You've got these kind of dreamlike shots of Sari looking lost and vulnerable, which could be hinting at something supernatural, I guess. But then you see her with Jolo, played by Paulo Avelino, and there's this undeniable heat between them.
So maybe the curse is a red herring. Maybe it's more about Sari overcoming her own issues, and Jolo helps her do that.
Could be. The reviewer really praised Chiu and Avelino's chemistry, those close-ups where you can practically feel the tension. They're both so good at conveying those little glances and unspoken emotions.
And let's not forget Jolo's story. He's trying to save his community from being displaced. Now that adds another layer of complexity to things. You've got Sari fighting this maybe curse, and Jolo fighting these forces that threaten his home.
I'm definitely curious to see how those struggles play out. Will they be able to support each other through it all, or will their own individual challenges pull them apart?
And the supporting cast is amazing too. Wilma Doesn't, Karina Bautista, and lovely Abella. They're not just famous, they're known for bringing so much depth to their roles.
Totally, and I think they'll be key in making the story feel real. The review talked about how they represent the community that Jolo is trying to protect, bringing in this element of social realism to the film.
It's like they're a visual representation of what Jolo could lose. You see their faces, their families, their lives. It's not just about buildings. It's about people and their connection to a place.
That's a great observation. It definitely raises the stakes. Jolo isn't just fighting for himself, but for everyone he cares about. And you can see that desperation in Avelino's performance.
Like he's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders.
Yeah.
And then you have Sari pushing people away because of this curse. Will their connection be enough to overcome all of that?
Now that's the question that's got me hooked. I think that's what makes this trailer so effective. It gives you just enough to get interested without revealing the whole story.
It's like they're saying, here's a peek into this world of love, loss, and resilience, but you'll have to wait to see the full picture.
Exactly. It's like a puzzle with some pieces missing, and you just have to know how they all fit together. And you know what else really struck me about the trailer?
I'm all ears. What's got you thinking?
The cinematography, it's just breathtaking. You get these intimate close-ups that capture every emotion on the actors' faces. And then these wide shots of the community, almost like the camera's trying to show the scale of what's at stake.
Oh, I totally see that.
Yeah.
At first, I thought those wide shots were just showing the beauty of the Philippines. But you're right, they also highlight how huge Jolo's struggle really is.
Precisely. And then you have those close-ups really showing us the turmoil that both Sari and Jolo are going through. Like the director is saying, pay attention to the little things, those moments of vulnerability.
Like we're getting a glimpse into their souls. It's beautiful and heartbreaking at the same time.
And the music, too. Hauntingly beautiful. It really adds to the emotion of each scene. 1 minute, it's swelling with romantic tension, and the next, it's this melancholic undercurrent that speaks to their inner struggle.
Right. It's like the music is another character guiding us through the emotions of the trailer. I get chills thinking about how powerful it will be in the full film.
You can tell the director paid attention to every detail, using both music and visuals to create this world that draws you in from the very beginning.
Okay, so we've got a maybe curse, amazing chemistry, a community in danger, and some serious cinematic talent. This trailer is a wild ride. But I have to ask, what about that curse? Does the trailer give us any hints about what it really is? Is it psychological, supernatural, something else entirely?
That's the big question, isn't it? And I honestly don't think the trailer wants to tell us just yet. It's like they're leaving it open for us to wonder and come to our own conclusions.
You're right. It's like they're saying, come on in, think about the possibilities, and let's talk about what this curse could mean.
And that's what makes this deep dive so interesting. We're not just reviewing a trailer, we're trying to figure out a puzzle, uncovering hidden meanings, and having a conversation about love, loss, and what it means to be human.
I'm completely hooked. This trailer has given us so much to unpack already, and I can't wait to go even deeper into the characters, the themes, and all those questions about the curse.
Me too. There's still so much to discover, and I have a feeling My Love Will Make You Disappear is a film that will stick with us long after we've seen it.
Well, we've definitely got ourselves ready for My Love Will Make You Disappear with this first look, but we've got a lot more to discuss, so stay tuned as we dive even deeper into the world of this film.
So, you know those amazing visuals we were talking about? Those made me think about how they might be used to hint at what's going to happen to the characters.
Oh, interesting. I love a bit of foreshadowing. What did you notice?
Well, those wide shots of the community, they're not just about the setting. They also emphasize this feeling of connection and shared experience. It made me wonder if that might be contrasted with Sari's isolation because of the curse.
That's a great point. It's almost like the visuals are setting up this comparison. Jolo's fighting to keep those connections, while Sari feels like she's always being pulled away from them.
Exactly. And you know, thinking about Sari, I'm so curious how they're going to show this curse in the actual film. Will it be like this constant threat hanging over her? Or will it be more subtle?
I kind of hope for a bit of both, you know?
Yeah.
Like imagine those quiet, intimate scenes with Jolo, and you can see the fear in Sari's eyes, even though she's falling for him.
Oh, for sure. And what if they use those close-up shots to show her inner struggle? Like the camera zooms in on her face as she pulls away from Jolo, and you can see that conflict between wanting to be close to him and being afraid of pushing him away.
Chills. You know what else would be cool? If the cinematography actually reflects the curse itself. Like, if it's a supernatural force, maybe they'll use some weird distorted shots or transitions whenever it's around.
That's a great idea. It would be such a powerful way to show something that's invisible, but still has so much control over Sari's life.
Right. It would make it so much more interesting to watch.
Yeah.
We'd be trying to figure out the visual clues and how the curse is affecting what the characters do.
Yeah, like we become detectives along with Sari, trying to solve the mystery of the curse. Speaking of mysteries, I'm really intrigued by Sari and Jolo together. They're both facing these huge challenges, both inside and out, but will they find strength in each other?
I was just thinking about that too. It's like their journeys mirror each other in a way. Sari pushes people away because of the curse, while Jolo's fighting to hold on to the people he loves.
They're like two sides of the same coin. And that tension, that back and forth between wanting to be close and wanting to be alone, that's what makes their relationship so interesting. Will they be able to overcome that and find comfort in each other? Or will it all fall apart?
Ooh, good point. You know what would make things even more interesting? If the supporting cast, the community that Jolo's fighting for, somehow helps Sari with her fears.
Oh, I love that. It would tie in so well with the theme of community and everything. Those visuals we saw in the trailer, it's like the community becomes a support system, not just for Jolo, but for Sari too.
Yeah, it would be such a powerful message about how important human connection is and how sometimes the people we least expect can help us through the tough times. And it would add to the film's message about society.
For sure. We'd see these personal struggles happening while this community is being forced out, showing how connected everything is and how important it is to support each other when things are hard.
This film is getting more and more complex. I'm starting to think, My Love Will Make You Disappear isn't just a romantic drama. It's a commentary on being human, on our need to connect, and how resilient we are in the face of hardship.
I completely agree. It's amazing how a captivating love story can explore all these complex themes.
And the acting is phenomenal. Chiu and Paulo Avelino have this incredible chemistry, and they're both so good at playing characters with depth.
Absolutely. And from the trailer, it looks like they're both giving it their all. The emotion in their eyes, their body language, it's all so raw and captivating.
I know. I'm already getting emotional just thinking about those scenes where their characters face their fears and all that. And the way the music builds up in those moments, it's like we're right there with them, feeling everything.
It's obvious how much thought went into crafting this story. Everything from the shots to the music to the acting is working together to create something powerful and immersive.
And it all leads back to that big question. Can love conquer anything? Can it break a curse, heal the past, and bring people together even when it seems impossible?
That's the question that's on everyone's mind, right? And it's definitely going to spark a lot of discussions and make people think about their own lives.
I can't wait to hear what people have to say. But before we go any further, let's talk about the curse a bit more. We've touched on it, but I think it's worth a deeper look.
You're right. The curse is more than just part of the plot. It's a symbol of something bigger. Figuring out what it really means could be the key to understanding the film's message.
Okay, so we have this curse that makes Sari's lovers vanish. At first, it seems pretty simple. But what if it's not about guys literally disappearing? What if it's something inside of Sari that keeps her from having lasting relationships?
That's an interesting way to look at it. It could be a metaphor for her fear of getting close to people, or maybe something from her past, or even societal pressure that makes her feel like she doesn't deserve love.
Those are all good points. And you know what else it could represent? How society expects women to put everyone else's needs before their own. Maybe Sari's lovers aren't literally disappearing, but they're just fading away because she doesn't let herself go after what she wants.
That's a really powerful idea, and it fits with the film's focus on social commentary. It's like the curse represents the invisible barriers that women face, the things that limit their choices, and the pressure to conform to certain roles.
And maybe, just maybe, Jolo is a chance for Sari to break free from all of that. He's fighting for his community, for his own sense of belonging. Maybe seeing him fight will inspire Sari to fight for herself, to break the curse and finally go after what she desires.
I love that idea. It suggests that true love isn't just finding someone who completes you. It's about finding someone who encourages you to be your best self, to break free from the things holding you back, and to reach your full potential.
Wow, this film is full of surprises. I'm loving every layer we uncover. It's like peeling back an onion, and each layer shows us something new and makes us think.
Absolutely. And who knows what else we'll discover in the full film. This trailer has certainly given us a lot to think about, and I can't wait to see how everything comes together on the big screen.
Me too. But before we get carried away, let's talk about the production design for a minute. The reviewer mentioned it, praising how authentic and detailed it was.
Oh yeah, that's important. It's going to play a huge role in making the story feel real and relatable to people watching it.
Definitely. I can already picture those bustling street scenes, the warmth and energy of the community, and those quiet moments where Sari feels alone.
It's like the production design is building a world that's familiar but also unsettling, reflecting what the characters are going through and highlighting the harsh realities they face.
We're not just watching a film, we're stepping into this world that's beautiful and flawed, hopeful and heartbreaking.
Exactly, and that's what makes filmmaking so amazing. It's about transporting us to another place, making us feel like we're part of the characters' lives, and leaving us with something to think about long after it's over.
Okay, so we've got this incredible chemistry, complex characters, a thought-provoking metaphor with the curse, stunning visuals, and a production design that makes the story feel real. This film has everything it needs to be a cinematic masterpiece.
Absolutely agree. I think we can safely say My Love Will Make You Disappear is one of those films that will stick with us.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's come back to Sari and Jolo. We've talked about the themes, the visuals, the other characters, but what about the two people at the center of it all?
You're right. We should dig deeper into their journeys, their motivations, and their complex relationship. And what better place to start than their first meeting?
Oh yeah, that scene in the trailer where they first see each other. So electric. You can feel the connection, but also some hesitation, especially from Sari.
Exactly. That scene is like a mini version of their whole relationship. It's about attraction, holding back, and that unspoken question. Can they overcome their pasts and current struggles to build a future together?
Let's break it down. We see Sari walking through this busy market, lost in her own thoughts, almost like she's not really there.
Yeah, like she's physically present, but not emotionally. And then, bam, she runs into Jolo, and it's like everything stops.
It's that classic meet cute, but there's this tension, this feeling that something darker is going on underneath.
You can see it in their eyes. Sari's are wide with surprise, but there's also a flash of fear, like she wants to pull back. And Jolo, he's mesmerized. You can also see a bit of concern, like he can sense her inner turmoil.
It's like he can see right through her, and that scares her, but also intrigues her. Like she recognizes something similar in him, someone who's also carrying a heavy load.
And that's why chemistry kicks in. It's not just physical. It's about recognizing that they understand each other, a feeling of empathy that goes beyond words.
And that's what makes their relationship so compelling. It's about two people who are hurting, finding comfort in each other. Two people who crave connection, but are afraid of what it might cost them.
It's like they're both drawn to the light, but terrified of getting burned. And that push and pull between hope and fear is what will keep us on the edge of our seats throughout the entire film.
Totally. I can't wait to see how their relationship develops, how they deal with all those emotional challenges, and whether they'll be able to heal each other in the end.
And I think that's what makes this film so unique. It's not just a love story. It's about what it means to be human, the complicated nature of our relationships, and the power of connection to heal even the deepest wounds.
This deep dive has been so insightful. We've uncovered so much, explored complex themes, and really analyzed the film's visual language.
Yeah.
And we're not even done yet.
That's right. There's still so much more to discuss, so stay tuned as we continue our deep dive into the captivating world of My Love Will Make You Disappear.
And we're back for the final part of our deep dive into the My Love Will Make You Disappear trailer. It's amazing how much they packed into just those few minutes. The curse, the chemistry, that whole community. But there's one thing that keeps coming back to me.
I think I know what you mean. The music, right? It's not just background noise. It's like another character in the story.
Exactly. We talked about it a bit before, but I think it deserves a closer look. The way it goes from those big romantic themes to these kind of unsettling moments. It's like the music is reflecting Sari's emotional ups and downs.
Almost like the composer is giving the curse a voice, weaving it into the story itself. Remember that scene where Sari's walking through the market and there's that sort of jarring melody?
Oh, yeah. It's subtle, but it creates this feeling of unease, like something bad is about to happen, almost like a warning about the potential heartbreak she might face.
And then when she meets Jolo, the music changes completely. It becomes softer, almost hopeful, but there's still this touch of sadness underneath, like it's reminding us of the struggles they're going to go through.
Like the music saying, this could be amazing, but be careful. It adds a whole other layer to their relationship.
It's such a clever way to use music to make the story feel even more emotional. It's not just telling us what to feel, it's letting us experience those emotions along with the characters.
And the reviewer mentioned that the director used a mix of traditional Filipino instruments and modern electronic sounds for the music.
Oh, that's so interesting. I didn't notice that just from the trailer. It makes me think about how the film might be looking at the conflict between tradition and modern life, especially with Sari and her curse.
I see what you mean. It's like those traditional instruments could represent the past, the expectations that are holding Sari back, while those modern sounds show her wanting something more, wanting to break free.
And we see that in the cinematography, too. Those classic, timeless shots of the community are contrasted with these faster, more modern sequences that show Sari's inner turmoil.
It's like the filmmakers are bringing all these different elements together, the visuals, the music, the themes, to create something that's both beautiful and complicated. They want us to untangle it and find those hidden meanings.
And that's what makes these deep dives so rewarding. It's not just about talking about a trailer, it's about having a conversation about the art of film, how powerful storytelling can be, and how all these things work together to create an amazing movie experience.
I'm so glad we really took the time to look at this trailer. It's given me a whole new way of seeing the film, and I'm even more excited to see it on the big screen.
Same here. And as we finish up, I keep coming back to that question. What does it really mean to be cursed?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
It's easy to think of the curse as this outside force controlling Sari's life. But what if it's something deeper, something inside her that she needs to face?
Exactly. What if the real curse is her fear of intimacy, her inability to let go of the past, or maybe even societal expectations that make her feel like she doesn't deserve to be loved?
I think you're right. It's like the curse is a symbol for all the things that hold us back. Those invisible walls we build around ourselves, and those negative thoughts that stop us from being truly happy.
And maybe, just maybe, Jolo is a chance for Sari to break free from all that. He's fighting for his community, for something much bigger than himself. Maybe seeing him fight will inspire Sari to fight for herself, to break the curse, and finally go after what she truly wants.
Like he's this symbol of hope, showing how powerful love and connection can be.
And that's a really powerful message, especially these days when so many people feel alone and disconnected. This film could be a reminder that we all have the power to break free from those self-made limitations and create a better life for ourselves.
I love that. It's not just a love story. It's about hope, resilience, and how human connection can heal even the deepest wounds.
And it shows how creative and talented the Filipino film industry is. They're not afraid to deal with difficult themes, to push boundaries, and to tell stories that resonate with audiences all over the world.
I'm really proud of how Filipino cinema is growing and becoming recognized on a global scale. My Love Will Make You Disappear is a great example of that.
It's a film that's visually stunning and emotionally moving, a story that will definitely spark conversations and stay with you long after you've seen it.
So to all our listeners, we highly recommend checking out My Love Will Make You Disappear when it comes out. It's a film you won't want to miss.
And as you watch it, think about those deeper themes we've discussed. What does the curse mean to you? How do the characters' struggles connect with your own life?
Because in the end, great films aren't just about entertainment. They're about starting conversations, challenging our views, and reminding us that we're all connected through our shared human experience.
Thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive. We loved exploring the trailer with you, and we can't wait to hear what you think of the film once you've seen it.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and keep that love for movies alive.